Hello?
Kid!
Hello?
Kid! Hello. Please.
So what attracted you to, well, this horror epic?
I knew the book, really liked it, saw the film was coming out, went to go and see it with Nick Holt, of all people, and we came back waxing lyrical about it. The next day at work, we're working with Jess Chastain, and she said, "Do you like the film?" And I said, "Yeah, a lot." She said, "Well, that's good." And I said, "Why are you saying it like that?" She said, "Because the director wants you to play Bill." And I was made up. I was like, "What?" It was just such a nice piece of news. And then I didn't hear anything for 2.5 months. And I'm sitting there cursing her for all the liars under the sun. But I finally got, weirdly, a FaceTime call from Andy, the director. Weird to make first contact over FaceTime. And he offered me the part, and I was proper chuffed. I love that character. And there's parts that we don't even express in the film that I got to sort of imagine and play and hold in my heart going through from the book that just loved doing. Absolutely loved doing it.
Did you get to spend much time with Jaden, who played you in the first half of the film?
Little bit. We weirdly did like a speed dating afternoon with all the kids where they'd make a swap and spend 10 minutes with each of the kids, and they'd swap and spend 10 minutes with each of us. And it's intimidating, strangely. I think it was intimidating for most of us because you're coming into something that you're not just starting off, you're not just kicking it all off and it's your baby, you know. It's somebody else's success that you're coming in and trying to help carry on. You're coming into their game, they've started it and they've set the rules. Also, the whole first film was populated by children who were so open and innocent and pure, and like, you stick a camera on some kids and it's just, they've got it for free, do you know what I mean? Because they don't have life getting in the way of all that communication with the audience. And Jaden has got this incredible purity and clean connection with the audience that I think actually he's probably going to always have in his life and his career as he grows older, because he just seems like that kind of actor. And I don't do that kind of particularly without trying real hard. So I wanted to try and retain a little bit of that, but by at the same time still be true to who I am and what my skills are, and also who Bill has become over 27 years, because he is a different person. He's still very similar in lots of ways, but he is also a different person who's had new adventures and new challenges, you know.
How was it kind of building the bond with the rest of the Adult Losers Club? Because you're all really together for the whole thing, so it's
pretty easy. It involved large amounts of alcohol and karaoke. I spent a lot of time with Jess Chastain and Bill Hader in the past, because I've made 4 films with Jess now, and I made one with Bill like 5 years ago as well. He's hilarious, so like to bond with him, you just need to let him go, because it's brilliant. She's one of the finest actors out there, and even she's so good that even if you didn't have chemistry, she'd act it, you know, and she'd act that chemistry real good. And the rest of the guys were wicked, absolutely wicked. Isaiah is one of the most genial dudes to have on a film set that I've ever experienced. Jay's so laid back, like incredibly laid back and just so easy. And PJ, or James Ransone, is mental in a brilliant and unique way. So it was a really interesting dynamic, a really fun dynamic, and a really fun group.
the last 45 minutes of the film are epic, and this big action scene.
How
was all that to film?
It becomes a bit of a sort of horror action epic at the end, yeah.
Was that good to film? Was that fun to film?
It was great to film, to begin with. And then, you know, at the beginning of every action sequence, you're like, oh my God, this is so wicked. And then 3 weeks later, when you're doing the same shot, because they can't figure out the special crane move with the special LED super high flexy CGI thing that we're going to be doing with it as well, you're like, can we do some acting? Can I say some words instead of just running about going, oh! It's always the same on every action sequence you ever do. You go in feeling like so pumped, and then you're like, oh my God, I've been injured 15 times, all that kind of stuff. But it's worth it, because it's an incredible sequence.
This meeting of the Losers Club has officially begun.
We can do this, but we have to stick together. Hello.